Welcome to this final edition of Loyola Today for the semester. I'm your host, Philip Francisco. We start the show with some of Loyola's top stories. It was just announced that Swayze will be one of the performers at this year's Loyola-Palooza in late April. Swayze, that's right. So let's head back to 2008. I certainly can't wait to hear Swayze's hit, Corona Lime, a song that didn't even make the top 20 in the Billboard charts 6 years ago. Honestly, a good amount of Loyola students probably don't even know who he is. But the only true Swayze in my book is Patrick Swayze. So all I have to say is, Loyola, really? Come on. I guess I'll be going for the free food again. In other news, Loyola is considering raising the price of on-campus parking to $375 for next year. Yeah, sure, why not? This is just what students need. Raise the price of something that's already impossible to get and that certain people can barely do on this campus. Great idea. In sports news, Gigi Smith was finally named the new head coach of the men's basketball team after Jimmy Patsos left to coach Siena. So, Loyola conducted a national search for Patsos' successor, and after this productive process, they chose Smith, the man whose view was blocked every game Patsos coached. But seriously, congrats to Gigi Smith and his family. Go Hounds. In other news, the College Town Shuttle. Enough said. Finally, in fake news, it was reported that a Loyola girl was seen leaving the scene of a fender bender. That's right. The girl was described as wearing a pair of UGG boots, carrying one of those top-notch handbags, and yes, holding a Starbucks caramel cappuccino espresso latte macchiato in her right hand with her pinky out. If anyone has seen a girl like this on campus, please let us know. And that does it for the news. Here at Loyola Today, we think it's important to have journal knowledge about our school. But our next segment, Are You Kidding Me?, may make you think twice.
Don't phone me. Lost.
I forgot his name. Oh my god. McCain?
2008, that would be George W. Bush.
Is it McCain?
Oh, one.
Just one? Two?
Four?
Four.
All of them. 12.
Oh, something about facilities. Yeah, just they're the ones that take care of all the facilities and the events, etc. That's my understanding.
FROC or something like that.
WLWY.
WLOY.
Oh.
That went well. And now we take it to reporter Max, who sat down with Brian Lejetsky, director of Family 2.0, Loyola Theater's latest production.
All right. Today, on the hot seat, my man, Brian Lejetsky. How we doing, Brian?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Brian is directing a play called Family 2.0 for the Directing 1 class, and I just want to ask Brian a couple questions about his play. So first, what is the play about? What's Family 2.0 about, and how's everything going with it thus far?
Family 2.0 is a 10-minute one-act with 5 characters. It's about this guy who just barges into this home and says, "Hey, I'm your new husband," to this woman, and basically shenanigans ensue. And as the play develops, you get a lot less of the real world and more of this chaotic, surreal world until kind of get back to normalcy. And then everything just goes crazy all over again.
That's great. And like with picking your cast, you had to fight against 11 other directors. How did that go in picking your cast? Did you get the right people you wanted? Did you get your number one choices, or?
Well, auditions were an amazing experience in itself. It was the first time I was ever in a position like that, and watching it, I immediately knew like who my top 3 were for every role without having to do callbacks or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then once we got to class, as you know, being in the class, I was just quiet.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Everyone settled everything, and then when it got to me, I was like, everyone already changed everything. So
That's really funny. That's funny. The play opens at 2 next Saturday. How are rehearsals going thus far? Is your cast really bonding and everything?
It's been a great experience. It hasn't been as difficult as I thought it would be. This past Monday was kind of a slow rehearsal, but I completely put that on myself. I was exhausted from like half a week of not sleeping.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, my play's going great too, and it's been an amazing experience so far. I know. We have one more week. So yeah, so we have one more week. It's next Saturday at 2 at the Black Box Theater. Come see Family 2.0 and come see my play, The Wedding Story.
The show looks like it's going to be a good one. And right after the interview, we put Lejeski through our rapid fire test. Let's see how that went, Will.
Apples or bananas? Pool or beach?
Pool.
Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxer briefs.
Mac or PC?
I just got a Mac, so Mac.
Button-downs or t-shirts?
T-shirts this year.
Musicals or dramas?
Musicals.
Romeo or Juliet?
My heart goes out for Juliet.
Woo! Improv or script?
Script.
Acting or directing?
Acting.
Why?
I just love it. I mean, directing, this is my first time directing, and it is the first time that I ever really thought of directors being artists, but nothing takes away like just being on stage and having all that work come out to like a performance, and just to be able to entertain people firsthand with yourself.
And bowing in front of the audience is an incredible feeling with all the work you've put into a play.
There's nothing better than just being on stage and at the end of a show just hearing applause.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world. Well, Brian, thanks, buddy.
Thanks for
I just hit him with some rapid fire, and he did so good.
Brian was a good sport to play along with us, so thanks both to Brian and Max. And with that, we wrap up our final episode of this semester. Have a fun summer, Loyola, and congrats to all of those graduating in May. For those not, we'll see you next semester.